The future is a tricky one in Japanese because the mechanics is a bit different from English. So if you want to say the weather will be good, in Japanese you would say 天気は良くなるでしょう。天気は良くなるでしょう。天気は means the weather. 良く means good. なる means becomes in the present tense. And でしょう means I guess we agree. The show doesn't have a direct translation into English. This is how I translated it. If you have a better idea, please feel free to leave a comment below. I've covered the future more extensively in the video below. In a nutshell, what I find important for you to be aware of is that Japanese tend to be less assertive when it comes to the things that are yet to come in comparison to Westerners. For this reason, there is no such thing in Japanese language such as will be, and also desho is an important word which helps you confirm your views with others. I strongly recommend for you to check the video below because that video will help you understand the cultural background behind a structure like this. The purpose of this video will be to add a twist, and the twist would be on adjectives. Yes, if you want to say stuff like the weather will be good, you would need to take grammar in consideration because adjectives take a different form depending on what type of adjectives they are. I'm pretty sure you already know that there are two types of adjectives in Japanese language. The ones that end in the hiragana I and the ones that do not end in the hiragana I. When it comes to the first category, good is a great example. Good in Japanese is yoi. As you could see in our example sentence, yoi became yoku. When it comes to the second category, skilled is a good example. Skilled in Japanese would be jouzu. If we want to use it for the future, it would become jouzu ni. So as you can see, if you want to say will be good, it would be yoku naru desho. If you want to say it will be skilled, you would say jouzu ni naru desho. When it comes to the second category, the mechanics is very simple. What you need to do is to take the adjective, add ni, and you will end up with jouzu ni. When it comes to the first category, the mechanics is a bit more complicated. What you need to do is you take the adjective, cut the last i, you add ku, and you will end up with yoku. So, if you want to say it will be good, you would say yoku naru desho. If you want to say it will be skilled, you would say jouzu ni naru desho. A quick note over this classification rule. This classification rule is more like a rule of thumb. That means that there's 2% of the time where this classification rule will not work. If you're a beginner, I encourage you to go with this rule of thumb and prioritize simplicity over 100% accuracy. However, if you're a nerd and you want to understand every aspect about Japanese language, then I would encourage you to check out this video. Now that we have the future clear, let's do some practice together. In this session, I want you to practice the present and the future in the same time. Let's recap the present first. When it comes to the present, things are very simple. All you need to do is take the adjective and add des. So if you want to say is happy, you would say ureshii desu. If you want to say is quiet, you would say shizuka desu. It doesn't matter what kind of an adjective it is, you just take the adjective and add the verb. When it comes to the future, you're already aware there are two patterns. The first pattern is for the adjectives that end in the hiragana I, and the second pattern is for the ones that do not end in the hiragana I. Let's look at the first pattern. Ureshii is a great example for an adjective that ends in the hiragana I. So if you want to say will be happy, you take the adjective, cut the last I, add ku, and add naru desho. When it comes to the second pattern, it's even easier. You take the adjective, you add ni, and add naru desho. So if you want to say will be happy, you would say ureshiku naru desho. If you want to say will be quiet, you would say shizuka ni naru desho. Great, now let's put it in practice. As a form of an exercise, I want you to help me fill out this table. Let's see how we can say happy in Japanese. In Japanese, happy would be ureshii, right? Let's see how we can put that in the present. How do you say is happy? It would be ureshii desu, right? Take the adjective, add this, simple as that, okay? Now let's see the future. How do you say will be happy? There is a question I want you to ask. Is there a hiragana I at the end? Is there one? There certainly is, right? That means that it follows pattern number 1. So what you will do, you cut the last I, add ku, and naru desho. So how would that sound like? It would be ureshiku naru desho, right? Great, let's see the next one. How do you say skilled? In Japanese you would say jozu, right? How do you say is skilled? It would be jozu desu, right? Great. Now let's see the future. How do you say will be skilled? What's the first question I want you to ask? Is there a hiragana I at the end? Is there one? I see none. That means that this will follow pattern number 2, right? So it would be jozu ni naru desho, right? Let's see the next one. How do you say cute? In Japanese you would say kawaii. How do you say is cute? It would be kawaii desu, right? And let's see the future. How do you say will be cute? Does it have a hiragana I at the end? There is certainly one, right? That means that we follow pattern number 1. So it would be kawaiku naru desho, right? Great. And let's see the last one. How do you say robust? In Japanese you would say jobu, right? How do you say is robust? In Japanese you would say jobu desu, right? Great. And let's see the future. How do you say will be robust? Is there a hiragana I at the end? I see none. That means that we follow pattern number 2. So how would that sound like? It would be jobu ni naru desho, right? Excellent, and congratulations. That makes it for this lesson. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to see you in my next lesson. If you want to have more visual materials, you can always check my Instagram, Japanese Visually. Have a great day.